Hello everyone. So let's turn on the Instagram and we're gonna have short live today. Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about the law of reflection. It's one of the universal laws that is very important for every single person in this world to understand, because once they understand what it is, how it works, they will get a lot out of it. So what is the universal law of reflection? The law basically says that everything around you is is what you have inside of you. So if you have a mess inside of you, there is mess around you. If you are feeling great inside of you, most likely everything around you will also be and look great. So the world around us is reflecting exactly what we are thinking about, what other thoughts we have, what belief systems we have, and all our emotions and feelings. You know, often how you wake up in the morning and you have a great mood. You are in this mood. You're like, "Whoa, I'm ready to rock and roll this world." And then you go out of your room, and then even though you just woke up and you are very happy, you meet somebody very grumpy. So what happens with your mood? Your mood goes a bit down, right? And then somebody else comes like that as well. And what happens with your mood? Even though you was happy inside, they are reflecting that they are not happy. And what's happening now? You are like, oh, but this is not what you just said. I was happy before, and now, because when I went outside the door, I got all this negativity. Yes, you woke up happy, but what is inside of you? Did you think about it? Why these situations you kept attracting to your life? That's because of inside there was something that you didn't even notice, that you was like nervous maybe about something, or scared about something, that you wasn't truly this chilly billy butterfly, you know, that you woke up and thought the great day is going to be great. So what we can learn from here is like every single situation that you don't like in outside world, remember that is inside of you. So you can learn, you can first recognize what is it that you don't like. What you didn't like in that person? Why? What you didn't like in that situation? Why? Then you understand exactly, so you notice it, you understand why, and then you work with it. You look inside of you and say, oh, so what happened? You try to find now where it comes from. Was it from your childhood again, or what the heck happened? I got so nervous because, of course, you guys are here online. I'm used to talk when there is nobody online and I don't see anything, and now I see two people. So thank you very much for being here. If you put more heart, then maybe I will relax because at the moment I'm like talking all around the place. So that's all right too. So let's start again. So what we see in others is actually the mirror of ourselves. So, for example, you are talking to a friend and you're like, oh, they're so annoying. But why do you think they are so annoying? Well, maybe it's because you're actually the same like them, but you are kind of suppressing. Remember about our dark shadows? So maybe you're like them, but you are suppressing that feeling, and that's why you are not accepting it. See how they work together. So even though you'd be like, oh no, like let's say you judge someone, why would you judge them? Because maybe you want to be like them. Think about it again. So from every single situation that you don't like is triggering you, you can learn. You can, once you understand it, you learn from it, and what you can do after, you can work on it. Isn't that amazing? For example, you go out and you have some argument, say, and you are blaming that person and that it's their fault, even though it is you who attracted it because of what is inside of you. If you would be all happy, even though you go outside their room and then you see one unhappy face, other unhappy face, instead of them giving their emotions to you and you will become sadder. You would make them happier. You see how it works? So if you inside truly are this happy, bubbly butterfly, then nothing around you will trigger you. Even those, if you see people who are like, like this, I know my emotions are amazing. So here's another one about school. Let's say you as a parent, you're like, oh, the school is very difficult, very hard. The teachers are stupid, you know. And why would you think about it if you don't even know them? Well, you would think about it like that because of your childhood, of your experience. But even though that happened, let's say 30 years ago, you are putting that onto your child. So what do you think your child will think? Obviously, school is bad. School is very difficult. Teachers are bad. And you see how it goes? And of course, your son will come home and will not want to do any homework and be unhappy with the school. Why? Because to serve the lovely mother. You said that it's hard. So he comes home and says, Mom, it's hard. You said the teachers are not nice, even though you don't know them and everybody else in class is happy. Son comes home and says teacher is bad. So you are like, yes, I knew it. I knew it. The teachers are bad. I knew it's hard. I can do this homework. It is not good. I have to move to another country. Or to another school, or to go and talk to principal, you know, even though if you, as a mother, you see, if you would recognize that, aha, this is a pattern. I had the same experience and now my child is having the same experience. And we do not ever work with children unless they are 18 plus, because it's all with the mother. Mostly with mother, unless father came and said that there is some issue he wants to work on. Then we also work on with fathers. But here, we only work with mothers, not with children. All right, mothers have to understand that even though they were like, oh, I have to bring my child to psychologist. Hello, no, Mom, you have to work with yourself because the child is just reflecting. What's the point for a child to go and work with a psychologist if he or she will come home and will be in exactly the same environment he was before? Like, what's the point? There is no point. Here he is being told that and he gets these kind of beliefs and understandings, and then he comes home and boom, everything happens the same as before. The same you can compare like to those using drugs or alcohol, you know, they are in rehab, everything is fine, everything is great, and then they come back in the same environment, setting where they lived before, and everything comes back. Unless, of course, there's very big strong will inside, then they are able to change the things, but it's not with children. That's why we have to work with parents always. So if the mom would understand, aha, this is the same pattern from my childhood that my child is doing now. So it's repeating, I have to work with it, and it's because of that and that and that, because I probably, maybe it's not even the mother's fault, not even fault, installations, you know, but she got it also from her mother. So she needs to work on it. And once she works on all those situations in the past, then also she will put a different energy out there for her child, and child will go to school and everything will change. I know it might be sound like, what the heck are you talking about? But it is just the way it is. Ciao, sister. So what I'm saying here, that everything you attract is because you have that inside of you. Let's say you attract toxic relationships. Say every single time when you are going from one relationship to another one, there is violence, there is arguments all the time, you know, like, and all these basically toxic relationships. Instead of thinking, why am I getting those toxic relationships over and over? Why don't you learn something from them? Because unless you learn from them, you are not able to move on. But once you understand, aha, I'm going in a pattern over and over all the time, the same things happening, then you're like, where did I see it? Why do I think that this is okay? Maybe I saw it somewhere, I don't know, in some rich families, or my own childhood, you know, or yeah, I just got used to it. And because I'm not worth, I don't see self-worth in myself, I'm allowing this to happen. Because I'm, you know, I'm unworthy. Why would I have a good relationships if I'm worthy, right? And then, of course, once you understand that that partner actually is telling you, hey, what about your boundaries? Why don't you set boundaries? Why do you higher lower limits and start to love yourself? Once you understand, so this is what this partner, let's say your ex, is trying to teach you, only then you're able to move on. And even if you are together and that person really, really loves you, and these things are happening all the time, once you understand why it's happening, like, he is trying to serve your needs. You see, you have those needs inside of you, even without you knowing, but your subconscious knows it. He is serving you. So he is being your teacher. So instead of seeing him as somebody who is abusing you all the time, see it differently. So, he is trying to show me this. What should I do? Oh, I can learn this, that from him. Perfect. What to do next? Start to implement. Start to implement and everything will change. You should really understand that in the world, there is no good or bad. Like, world doesn't care about anything. It's like, for like every single person for the world is the same. They're neutral to it, to us. And life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. So you have to take it in your own hands and lead it. You know, like, woohoo! Like, it's the only way. If you don't lead it, guess what? There will be somebody else who will lead it. It's the same like saying, if you don't own your own business, you will be always working for someone who has their own business. Or if you don't have this big vision of yours, you'll always work for somebody else who does have this big vision and the big dreams, and you will help them to achieve it. So you should remember that everything around you is a reflection of your inner world, of your thoughts, of your beliefs, of your of your mindset. Basically, the way you think, it will all come and serve you. If you don't like if you don't like someone's quality, let's say, think, why is that? Oh, maybe I also have the same quality. Maybe I have suppressed it, or other way around, I have pushed it up and I'm really showing it. Think about it. Or if you also like somebody's ability, like you admire someone, why do you admire it? Imagine there are two people, right? And a lot of other people, and each of them see those two people totally different. Even if there would be twins and they are looking at the same person, they will see totally different qualities in each of them. Why is that? Because those twins also, even though they have been born in the same date, and let's say a second apart, or how it's even possible, together they come out, they will see the other person, they will see in that other person only that what they have inside of them. So the one person will say, oh, she's very arrogant. Why? Because maybe that person is putting that arrogance down for themselves, not trying to show. But the other person, other twin, will be like, oh, I admire how well she can speak in public. Why? Because maybe you also have that. I remember, yes, they talked about before yesterday about the golden shadows. Maybe it's one of your golden shadows. Who knows? Or maybe it's actually the personality you are. And that's why you like that person, because that person really reminds you about who? About yourself. So you can only see in other person what is inside of you. So I will finish with the words that remember the world. Remember that life is for you and not against you or doing anything to you. And once you take the life in your own hands, everything happens in a very nice note. All right, over now. That's me for today, and see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. And I see that I don't even ask anything anymore. All right. Thank you everyone who was here, and I'll be glad if you have any questions or comments regarding this, please comment and I'll be happy to answer as always. Bye.